This video is sponsored by Beer 52. Beer 52 is the most popular craft beer discovery club with over 150,000 members that get sent a brand new case of beer every single month. Each month's case has a different theme. Past themes have included beer from New Zealand, South Africa, Korea and all over the USA and Europe. As an independent British company, Beer 52 are passionate about the UK craft beer scene, which they continue to support during this difficult period. If dark beer is not your thing, you can simply choose the light option. Your case will also come with the award-winning beer magazine Ferment and a tasty snack. Don't worry though, if you do change your mind, you can pause or cancel your account at any time. Just go to www.beer52.com/blues to get your first case of 8 beers for just $5.95. That's www.beer52.com/blues.
Hello there guys, welcome back to Blues Fans TV for my live review of West Brom 3. Chelsea 3. What a ridiculous game. And you have no idea how I'm caught between all the bloody minds out there. I'm kind of happy because, hey, we clawed it back from 3-0 down. At least we got a point. But also I'm like, why on earth are we 3-0 down to bloody West Brom? Do you know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I mean? And then, we kind of got there. And then when we got the 3-2, there was still plenty of time. I was like, maybe we can even still win this. And then kind of Lampard screws it up, I'm not going to lie, changing that system made no sense. Well, no, it made sense, but it just didn't work. And then at least we get the 3-0 at the end, very lucky because there was a handball involved. And bloody hell. Honestly, guys, what a game. Honestly, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That was genuinely crazy. And like I said, I'm happy, I'm annoyed. All sorts. Bloody all sorts. But we'll talk about everything. Of course, before that, make sure you subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. That'd be massively appreciated. And drop a like if you're watching this right now as a live stream or if you're watching it later on as a video. That'd be massively appreciated, like I just said. And also, if you wouldn't mind, make sure you subscribe to my channel. The link should be up there. If you click the I button, that would be bloody great. And we'll get to what you just put in the live chat in just a second, mate. I was saying, just try to laugh for £4.99. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. But fair play, fair play. Just one quick thing that I need to tell you guys. If you want to pre-order Football Manager 21, use the link down in the description. Get it early pretty much for just being a Chelsea fan and actually get 10% off using the code BluesFansTV. And also, if you want to order the new Chelsea kit, make sure you use the other link in the description below. Basically, it helps us out a lot and it gets you the best deal possible. But that has now been like so clearly enough waffle. Honestly, it's been a lot of waffle. I do apologise. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about that. When I saw the lineup, I will admit, guys, or I will have to admit, guys, I was happy when I saw the lineup. That is what we lined up with. I hope it's not too laggy today. My laptop seems to be a bit just struggling with things. I don't know why it's struggling, but it seems to be struggling. I do apologise, guys, if it's laggy. But yeah, we started in 4-2-3-1 with pretty much the team I predicted, except that Zuma was replaced by Christensen compared to my predicted 11. But Zuma wasn't even on the bench. Don't know what happened there. Don't know if he picked up a knock. Don't know if he's ill. Don't know what happened. But Caballero was in goal. The two centre-backs were Thiago Silva making his Premier League debut. Christensen as the other centre-back. Reece James at right-back. Marcus Alonso at left-back. Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante as the two DMs. Then a three behind the striker of Timo Werner on the left. Kai Havertz as the number 10. Mason Mount on the right. And Tammy Abraham started up front. We got another donation here by Zane. Lampard has been cast in the new Joker movie, replacing Joaquin Phoenix. yeah. Arsenal fans can have a laugh, but let's see. Let's see. Another £5 donation. Bloody hell, guys. I will never forgive Frank if Marcus Alonso plays another minute of football for us. To be honest, I agree. I tell you that much. I bloody agree. Let's talk about that because we go into the game, and actually I thought, oh, we're starting this well. I thought, yeah, not bad. Not bad. First 2-3 minutes. I was happy with that. Good, quick passing, trying things. What happens? Marcus Alonso just screws up everything. Simple header to one of the 2 or 3 players he had available around him. Just screws it up completely and has it straight to the West Brom player. They play it all over to the left side to Robinson. Reece James doesn't close him down enough. So as much as that was Alonso's fault, Reece James also could have done better. Has to close the guy down, especially with Christensen right behind him anyway to cover. Doesn't. Robinson shoots right between Christensen's legs, right into the far corner. Nothing Caballero can do about that one. Shocking. Then Alonso, being the slowest man I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, he's slower than Jorginho. I'm telling you right now, Marcus Alonso is slower than Jorginho. And everyone that hates on Jorginho says he's so slow, you haven't watched Marcus Alonso closely enough, clearly. But the thing is, you don't notice Alonso being so slow because he barely runs. You know, at least Jorginho tries. That's why you see him be slow. Alonso barely tries. He tried today, got mugged off, got himself booked as well. And then in the 25th minute, we concede another goal. This time, the guy that we brought in to solve all of our defensive problems, really, that we made captain today in the absence of Azpilicueta and Jorginho, who were both on the bench. Thiago Silva receives a simple ball, messes up his first touch, it rolls into the middle, and, you know, again, Robinson. The guy's only scored 3 Premier League goals, including today. All of those 3 have come against Chelsea. How mental is that? Anyways, he's through. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Caballero didn't look good, I have to say. Caballero looked very old. Very old. He could have tried to save the whistle. I'm not going to say he's at fault for conceding it. Of course he isn't. But he just looked old the way he fell over. I won't lie. I won't lie. That's the 25th minute. And just 2 minutes later, in the 27th minute, we concede the 3-0 from a corner. And shocking defending. Shocking defending. Like, it's a good corner routine. Fair play to West Brom. It's a good corner routine. Played out to kind of like further back in the box, headed back to the far post, and someone stood there to tap it in from close range. Everyone pushed up to stop that, except Reece James. He stayed stood. He stayed stood, and he played the guy onside, and that's why the goal stood. And that was then 3-0 down after 27 minutes. And I won't lie to you guys, we had chance in the first half. Tammy Abraham had a sitter at 1-0. Timo Werner had a sitter at 1-0. Neither of them took them. Neither of them took them. Then we go 2-0 down, then we go 3-0 down. For the rest of the first half, we tried our thing, you know what I mean? We actually played quite well, I thought. The form, it's weird, but we had 3 shocking errors. But other than that, I thought we were actually quite decent. We just didn't take our chances. But we were actually not even that bad. And Laurie Smith just said it. Cheers for the £2.99 donation, mate. He said, easy to forget 2 sitters missed by Tammy and Timo. Yes, it is very, very easy to forget about those. It genuinely is. But it was tough. It was bloody tough. And then we go into half-time, right? We go into half-time, and Lampard makes changes. I'm like, all right, I can see what you're doing. I can see what you're doing. You're making changes. I can see Azpilicueta coming on. I can see Hudson-Odoi coming on. I'm like, fair enough. Azpilicueta comes on for Alonso. Of course, I will get to him later on, guys. Don't worry. I will slate him. And rightly so. Rightly so. But then Hudson-Odoi comes on for Mateo Kovacic. I think there for a second. I'm like, all right, we're playing 4-3-3 with 2 attacking 8s. I bloody love it. I bloody love it. And actually, I didn't really like a lot of the second half, in all honesty. I thought we played better football in the first half. But we scored 3 goals in the second half, so I'm not saying anything. I'm genuinely not saying anything, but I actually thought we played better football in the first half any which way. We had a few more players forward. But kind of, it wasn't really happening for us. West Brom's had a bit deeper, and out of nowhere, a very, well, not really much to it in the build-up, just a very individual quality piece of goal by Mason Mount. Just went for it, just had enough, absolutely had enough from 25 yards, just goes for it. A lovely knuckleball, it looked like to me. Could the keeper have been closer? Maybe so, but I thought that was a beautiful strike, an absolute beauty of a hit, and not going to say unsavable, but definitely not going to blame the goalkeeper. It was just a great goal. And I don't know if the English commentator said the goalkeeper could have done better as well, but the German guy commentator did. I'm like, you are waffling, son. You are waffling. So that was then 3-1 in the 55th minute. And then we're kind of pushing. We're trying to do more. We're playing decent football. Pushing West Brom, pushing them. They've been time wasting since the 4th minute, since they scored their 1-0. It's been incredible, honestly. And they only got one booking for time wasting. Genuinely outrageous how the referee did that. Genuinely outrageous. Callum Hudson-Odoi then scored the 3-2 in the 70th minute, which was a brilliant goal. Timo Werner from the left plays in Hudson-Odoi, then a lovely 1-2 with Kai Havertz in the box. And Hudson-Odoi with a lovely, honestly, a gorgeous finish into the bottom far corner with a lovely curled strike along the ground. Beautiful, honestly beautiful. And then a minute after that, or 3 minutes after that, we bring on Olivier Giroud. I'm like, all right, we bring on Oli for Tammy. We get a bit more of a target man. It's decent. It's decent. What happens? He brings on Giroud for Thiago Silva. I'm like, what? All right. You know, go for it. All guns blazing, I guess. Well, that failed. I mean, I know we got the 3rd goal, but I'm pretty sure, I actually think we would have managed to win this if we didn't make this sub. Or if we just brought Giroud on for Tammy, although Giroud was shocking when he came on, quite frankly. But we just had that, we then changed to a 3-5-2 formation of Azpilicueta left centre-back, Christensen as centre-back, Reece James as right centre-back, Timo Werner as right winger or right wing-back if you will, but right mid, Hudson-Odoi as left mid, a midfield of Kante as the deepest, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz in front of him. Do pardon me. And Tammy Abraham and Olivier Giroud up front. It's a, you know, double strike force, I guess. Honestly, what? it didn't work at all. It genuinely didn't work at all. We had nothing. We had absolutely nothing. We didn't do anything. They just sat back. We couldn't string 2 passes together. We just played one long ball after the other that we didn't win. That's all that happened. But then, let me just go for it. In the 93rd minute, out of nowhere, we actually got a goal. Hudson-Odoi with a lovely cross from the half space into the box. That's kind of, I'm not going to lie, falls onto Kai Havertz's arm. I will admit that. Lucky to get away with it, in my opinion, from like VAR perspective, I guess. Lucky to get away with it, if you ask me. But the ball then, in the end, falls over to Mason Mount, who goes for a shot. The keeper saves it, but Tammy made the perfect run to still stay onside and just pry for the rebound. He just pried for the rebound, and he got there. And he tapped it in for 3-3. We even had a corner to possibly make it 4-3 very late on, but it came to nothing. And that was a ridiculous game. But like the title says, I'm happy about the comeback, but I'm angry. It's West Brom. Their first 2 games this season were a 3-0 defeat to Leicester and a 5-2 defeat to Everton. And we're 3-0 down within 28 minutes. The only positive with that was when you're 3-0 down within 28 minutes, at least you have a lot of time left to do a comeback. Laurie Smith said, what can Lampard do about basic individual errors? Well, he cannot pick players like Alonso. It's not like I've been shouting since 2016 that Alonso is absolute garbage. But no one seems to believe that. And people are going to tell me I've insulted Alonso. No. Insulting is if I called him a swear word. Do you know what I mean? That's insulting. If I say he's garbage, he's awful, he's shocking, he's shite, that's not insulting. No, that's stating facts. Those are 2 very different things compared to what people do to Kepa or Jorginho, which is, by the way, genuinely outrageous. But Alonso is just awful. He had like 10 good games for Conte at left wing back. And then come New Year's, when we lost to Spurs on that, like shortly after New Year's, Alonso was shocking ever since then. He had about 3 good games since then, scored 2 beautiful free kicks against Spurs, and that's why everyone loves him. But he's generally a shocking player. He's the slowest man I've ever seen. Honestly, he infuriates me so much, I tell you. I genuinely hate it. El Macho said, it's Lampard's fault, lineup wrong. Now, personally, I can't say he got the line wrong because I would have went for the exact same other than Christensen other than Zuma instead of Christensen. But Zuma wasn't there, so maybe he was injured. And the next choice probably would have been Christensen, except that Tomori speaks French because he's born in Canada, so maybe that would have been better next to Thiago Silva because Thiago Silva obviously still doesn't speak English, so that's not ideal next to Christensen. But I was happy with the team. Like, I would have preferred Emerson, and Chilwell wasn't in the team. If Chilwell isn't ready, I prefer Emerson to Alonso, but I wouldn't have said that's going to be the decision of losing and not losing. But at the end of the day, it was. Like, it's consistently individual errors, and at some point, I'm like, who do I blame for these individual errors? Because individual errors was our problem all of last season. All of last season, individual errors were our problem. So, what now? Like, it keeps happening. And even Thiago Silva makes an error. I'm sure he won't make many more, if at all. And, you know, shit happens sometimes. Shit happens. But it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. And, you know, you can criticize all you want, but at the end of the day, Alonso is at fault today. I almost titled the video until we got the equalizer. I would have titled this video, Alonso needs to go. Like, of course, we had 2 other mistakes to put us 3-0 down. But essentially, if you go 1-0 down after 4 minutes through a simple error, it screws everything over, especially against a team that defends as much as West Brom do. Another £1.99 donation by XXX Tentacion. Again, every match there are individual errors. Needs to stop. Yeah, I completely agree. Couldn't agree more. Cheers for the donation. Another £5 donation by Fantasy GPA Tour. Appreciate that, mate. Any Chelsea fan saying Frank out needs a clip around the ear. Also, don't think there is a player in the league slower than Alonso. Yes, I agree. Even Jorginho is quicker, like I said. Cheers for the donation. And yeah, if you're Lampard out, you're a bit mental, frankly. You're a bit mental. Guys, again though, please make sure you subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't already. That'd be massively appreciated. And everyone that's watching right now, which is almost 700 of you, make sure you drop a bloody like. Go down below. I'll give you a second in a second. Go down below, hit that like button. Doesn't cost you any money, barely costs you any time. Helps me out a lot, cheers me up a bit because, I mean, we still dropped 2 points. So please go down below and smash that like button. That'd be great. Yeah, someone said in the chat as well, Christensen was good. Yeah, I thought Christensen was good as well. It was individual errors by Alonso. Thiago Silva, Reece James didn't help himself for the first goal, and Reece James didn't help himself for the third goal. And the general set-piece defending was good, plus it was a good routine by West Brom. Other than that, we were decent. You know, Tammy and Werner didn't take their chances first half. We had a couple of half moments second half, but nothing huge. And the other chances that we had, we took, in all honesty. So it wasn't that bad. The only thing I didn't like in the second half, our passing wasn't good enough. That's what you see when we don't have either Kovacic or Jorginho on the pitch it's just not quite that. That's the problem. That's why we need a better DM instead of Kante, to be honest. That is better at passing, that can actually do the defensive and the passing side of it. Sabo Abdul, cheers for the $5 Canadian donation, without saying anything. I appreciate that a lot. Hudson-Odoi, man of the match. I'm not sure about man of the match, but it was good. And one thing I want to say today, someone had a go at me on Twitter last time we played, and he obviously played against Barnsley in the right, and I'm like, later on he changed to the left, and he was so much better. I'm like, why on earth is Hudson-Odoi always playing on the right? And he came on today again and plays on the right. I get it, team was better on the left. But you move Hudson-Odoi to the left, and he was instantly our best player. I'm not saying the other ones made it very hard for him, but he was instantly our best player in that period. That's what you get when you put Hudson-Odoi on the left. What does that mean? The guy doesn't have a left foot. I've been saying that for 2 years. He doesn't have a left foot. Even when everyone was hyping him, I'm like, he's great, but he doesn't have a left foot. So stop playing on the right unless all we do is whipping in crosses. But since we have Reece James behind him, who's doing the whipping of the crosses instead of him, what's the point? Play Hudson-Odoi on the left or don't play him at all. That's that. Any which way. Let's move further up the pitch. Kante, decent for the most part. Decent. A couple of times where his passing is just not quite good enough. But actually, let's stick with the defenders. Christensen, happy. Thiago Silva, good, bar that one moment. Reece James didn't have a good game today. Physically and well, he did, well, let me rephrase that. He had a good game in the central third of the pitch. He had a poor game in the two final thirds of the pitch. Not great, incredibly defensively for both goals, didn't do well. And his crosses today was quite shocking, other than one or two. But the amount of crosses he whipped in, most of them were quite poor. But overall, a good performance, especially physically. I really liked him. I really liked him. His attitude as well. Brilliant. Alonso, get the hell out of my club. Please, Chelsea. I'm begging you. Chelsea, please. Get rid of Alonso and keep Emerson. Emerson is 17 times the player Marcos Alonso is. Emerson is better at defending. Emerson is better positionally. Emerson has better awareness. Emerson is much faster. Emerson has better passing. Emerson has better control. Emerson has a better right foot. And Emerson is much more creative. 3 things that Marcos Alonso is better at than Emerson. No, actually 2. Heading and shooting. Because even free kicks, Emerson is roughly equally as good at as Alonso. And crossing, they're both awful at. So why on earth would we ever keep Alonso? Especially when Alonso is probably worth more in the market. So if you want to make money back, get rid of Alonso and keep Emerson. Honestly, it's outrageous. It's just like he annoys me so much, and he has done for 3 years, and he still starts games. I don't care. Yeah, Ben Chilwell is injured. We should have signed 2 left backs. Sign a backup left back. Play Ian Martin. Turn Tariq Lamptey to a left back. Something. But Alonso is just unacceptable. A better dribbling. Thank you, Mohamed Matlala. Yes, Emerson much better dribbling. Of course. I mean, my bloody nan has better dribbling than Alonso. Have you seen him go? The man doesn't even have a right foot. Fucking infuriating. We desperately need Pulisic back. Yes, we do. You need my WhatsApp number. It's not happening, bro. Sorry, mate. We need a world-class CDM. Yes, what we do need is a bit more of a plan. The one thing I don't like about Frank, and I like that he's trying to adjust to the opponent, but I think what's more important than that is we need to find a system. First of all, we need a stable centre-back partnership. I know it wasn't easy, and we signed a new one, and yes, three games though, we had 3 different centre-back partnerships so far. We need to find a centre-back partnership that we stick with for almost all games. We need to stick with a main system that we use most games. And then the team can start to gel. I need to pick out some positives today though. Kovacic, I thought was good. Not 100% sure he was taken off. It was to suit the system because he wanted to attack in 8. Fair enough. But I thought it was good. Mason Mount was our best player today. Mason Mount was by far Chelsea's best player today. Also before he scored. And also before he basically assisted the 3rd goal. Mason Mount was the best player today, especially in the first half. He was the one best dribbling, best crossing, best attacking, best pressing, and best work rate. Best player today. A lot of people hate Mason Mount very regularly. Outrageous. Mason Mount was brilliant today. Brilliant. Genuinely. Kai Havertz was very good today. Kai Havertz was very good today. Had a shot from distance in the first half. Arguably, I think even before we went 1-0 down, or were we already 1-0 down? I can't remember, to be honest. Good, and had the great assist, great 1-2 with Hudson-Odoi for the 3-2 at the time. Happy with him. Happy with Kai. Timo struggled today. He looked shattered, absolutely tired at the end. But good. Like, tried, but it wasn't quite happening for him. The guy needs a goal now. The guy needs a goal. I don't know whether it's going to be against Tottenham in midweek or Palace next week. Although Palace will be a tough game as well. Palace are a good side, I tell you that much, guys. But he needs that goal now. Because if he had a goal already, I think he scores that today. And I hope so, but I struggled a bit today. Tammy missed the sitter, was really absolutely nowhere and was quite poor, but then scored the 3-0, which is a crucial goal. So fair play, what can I say? And am I missing anyone? Hudson-Odoi, good when he moved over to the left. Poor when he was on the right. Did nothing, as usual, because he doesn't have a left foot. Shocking. But then great on the left side. Great, honestly. Ian Tamans, thank you for the $2 donation. Sell Alonso to Sevilla. Amazon is way better. I agree. I've been saying this for years, but no one believes me. I blame the kid. Yes. Rio Leogis Z. I blame the kid. I blame the kid too. Caballero should at least save one of the first 2 goals. I will agree with you on that point, that if Kepa was in goal, people would have been blaming him for the goals, but I personally wouldn't, so I'm not going to blame Caballero for the goals either. But yes, that is part of the problem. It's not just the goalkeeper, is it? It's not just the goalkeeper. Who else did I forget? Oh yeah, Giroud. Giroud was awful. Every touch of the ball he had went straight to the opposition when he came on, so that was poor. Aspie, when he came on, he gave us some leadership, he gave us some more livelihood on the pitch, some liveliness. I like that. But in general, was he incredible? Not quite. But if you look at the stats, I mean, let me just quickly look at it. We had 76% of the ball. We had 22 shots, 10 of them on target. Although I wonder, did we have 10 on target? Because that goalie definitely didn't have 10 saves, I tell you that much. Let me just check how many saves he had. He had 7 saves. How's that then? I guess cleared off the line. Well, but a lot of them were quite easy saves. I won't lie to you guys. But it's tough. I'm telling you guys, it's tough. Because we need to... I said in the preview yesterday, if you watched it, you're a G. This is a must-win game. We're only 3 games in, it's a must-win game. And we didn't win it. Yes, we got a point back. But a point, you know, that's why there's this 3-point rule since whatever, 50 years or whatever it is. When a win gets you 3 points. Back in the day, if you're very young and don't know that, back in the day a win only got you 2 points. 1 point doesn't do that much for you. It's better than losing, and it's good for the morale to get it back to 3-0. But it's still, we needed that win. We just need to. Like, people are saying, oh, Chelsea need to win the league and this and that and this and that. And we need to just stop being mugs. We need to stop being mugs, you know? Kai was good today. I don't think anyone should and can mug off Kai today. I was happy with him. Worked very hard, especially because he's been playing so much football as it is. And Mason Mount, I just need to highlight him today. Fair play to the guy. Mason Mount gets so much stick. Mason, if you're watching this, first of all, love you. Secondly, he's a monster. The guy, he's a slim dude, right? But he's a physical monster. Let's not forget, he played 90 minutes against Brighton, 90 minutes against Liverpool, pretty sure, 90 minutes against Barnsley, and another 90 minutes today. After no preseason. The guy didn't even play against Brighton in preseason because he had to self-isolate at that point. The guy played 4 times 90 minutes in 2 weeks. Well, 2.5 weeks. No, well, 3 weeks. I'm a waffle job. 3 weeks. And still is the hardest working player on the pitch. The guy is a monster. The guy is a monster and I love him. And I don't care what anyone says. Mason Mount, awful. No. Shut up. Mason Mount is a G. He's a G. Fantasy GBA Tour. Another £2 donation. Appreciate that, mate. Kepa is still the worst goalkeeper in the league. Well, I mean, he wasn't today, but Mondi will be in goal. I will be very interested to see whether Mondi plays against Spurs on Tuesday or whether he only gets his debut against Palace next week. Chelsea, job is too big for Lampard. Sack him now, not good enough. All right, relax. I mean, he doesn't have experience, but that's not his fault. He'll get there. It's all right. What did USA Chelsea fan say? I didn't see you, mate. USA Chelsea fan. Didn't see what you did. Frank relies on players with... Oh, bloody hell, you guys are so quick in the chat. Like Christian Pulisic saved him last season with 0 tactics. Now, all right, let's not... Yeah, no, it was a clear handball. Partif is right, you know, that goal, our 3-3 probably shouldn't have stood. But then you look at Man United today, that penalty that Brighton had should never, ever be overturned. You know, when Pogba brought down the guy. Never, ever should that be, you know, overturned. Maybe you can argue, maybe it isn't quite a pen, maybe it's a bit soft, but the rule states clear and obvious mistake. That's what VAR overrules. That wasn't a clear and obvious mistake in the slightest. That should have been a pen. But still, United's pen was a pen. Kante slowed down play, as he always does. Where is... Alright, you know, see, if you're like woke one, it's just not going to help anyone, is it? You're just mugging yourself off. Stop swearing. Why Lampard takes so long to make subs? No. He made subs at half time today, right? Relax. He made subs at half time. Another 1.99 donation by XXX Tentacion. Can you please change your name, mate? 100% correct. We need a system and stop those errors. I don't know if I said that. I said that a long time ago, so I don't know why you're saying that now, but fair enough. Yeah, we need a system that we stick to. We need consistency in the team. As much, like I said already, I like that Lampard tries to adjust to the opponents, but at the end of the day, we need a system that works. And we need to work on it. That's what Sarri did, and I get Lampard. He probably saw what people have been saying. If you stick to the same system and it doesn't always work, people destroy you. So that's what you get. That's why we change it every week, and that's why there's no consistency. And that's why people have misunderstandings, because they're not used to what each other have meant to do in a certain system. That's what happens. But, you know, you got what you wished for, mate. You got what you wished for. Mount should only play in double pivot. Mount didn't play in a double pivot at all. Mount played... No. Mount played... was part of a double number 8 today in the second half. Don't know what you're waffling. But he was much better. No way Mount plays in 8/10 roles. Turns electric. Plays Hudson-Odoi, turns electric. Wow, who would have thought if you played players in the actual position? Fair enough. If you play players in that position, that's good. But Mount was also brilliant on the right wing first half. So that's not that. Alonso is bad, just like Lampard. All right, relax. Kepa scapegoat to some extent, yes, but still. What happened to Ruben Loftus-Cheek? I don't know at this point. I assume he's going out on loan. The added minutes wasn't needed in the first place. The added minutes wasn't needed? Did you see the game? They've been time wasting since minute bloody 4, mates. They took a minute for every throw in. To be honest, there should have been about 15 minutes of injury time. Are you having a fucking giggle? Seriously, mate, yeah, if you're going to troll. But at least troll with something smart. Like, don't look like a mug. Genuinely. And handball was handball. Stop blaming Lampard for individual mistakes. Well, yes, but also Lampard picks these players. We didn't have these individual mistakes so much under Sarri, under Conte, under Mourinho. But even though they picked the same players, so what can I say? I'm waffling. There's just, you know, things that need to happen. There's things that aren't going right for us. We're getting unlucky at times. You know, Thiago Silva doesn't have that bad touch. 99, like for the next 100,000 touches Thiago Silva is going to have, whether it's in training or in a game, he's not going to have that bad of a touch again. That doesn't happen. That's just unfortunate, right? That's unfortunate. The set piece defending is coaching. Because, yeah, it's maybe a mistake by Reece James to sit on the line and not play offside. But that's coaching that's drilled into his head that he needs to move up the pitch. That it becomes automatic and it becomes routine to do that. So that, to an extent, is coaching. Not necessarily just Lampard, but the whole staff. And Alonso is just, like, what can you do? Alonso is just Alonso. What can you do? And someone tweeted it before. Welcome to the Premier League, Thiago Silva. He's now going to have to play next to Marcos Alonso. And to be honest, I think Marcos Alonso probably made Thiago Silva awful. That's probably what it is. And why are people saying Lampard out? Such a stupid thing to say. Yes, it is. You can't listen to these people. You can't listen to these people. But guys, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you that has tuned in. Make sure you subscribe to Blues Fans TV if you haven't yet. Help us reach 200,000 subscribers along the way. Drop a like on this live stream if you're watching it right now. Drop a like on this video if you're watching it at a later point. And if you're watching it at a later point, make sure you leave me your thoughts on the game down in the comment section below. That would genuinely be massively appreciated. And lastly, make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. I will do... most likely, might be a bit busy, but most likely I will do another video / stream talking in depth more about this game tomorrow over on my channel. So make sure you subscribe to that so you don't miss that, and there will be other content as well, and it would just mean a lot to me. So cheers. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Up to Chelsea. Thank you to everyone that has watched. Like I said, up to Chelsea. It's upwards and onwards. We go again. Hopefully we beat Spurs on Tuesday. Hopefully we get, you know, another Prem win on the weekend against Palace, even though that will be tough. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Up to Chelsea. Upwards and onwards. And I'll see you when I see you.
Today's video was sponsored by Beer52. You can find their link in the description below and head over to www.beer52.com/blues.